afternoon, I'm Elena. So today I'm going to introduce my wheel design for the car brand Rolls-Royce. On the left side is my inspirations. I would like to make it more look like a futuristic design with some with the brand name on it. So as you can see, it is ROYCE, and here's Royce. And I designed for the car model is the Ghost model for Rolls-Royce. So here is the mock-up photo of my wheel design. Also here is the mock-up photo of my wheel design. I make the brand name as a more like a futuristic style. So this is all. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm Tiffany. Today I would like to talk about my wheel design. So first I would like to talk about my design concept. I was inspired by the jellyfish and ocean. I think their shape and curve is very beautiful, and I think it will be fun and also look nice if I apply this shape on the wheels. So I make this design. So the car I selected is a very unique model from Bugatti. I think the design and the curve of this car is really nice, and I think the color is also really match with my design. So I select this car. So I had two ideas before. So here is my first idea. Because I think as I see most of the wheel design are usually symmetric. Their pattern is always symmetric. So I want to make something different. I try to follow the shape of the jellyfish, and this the outcome. So here is my second design. I try to make it more symmetric this time, but I think the result is not really similar to a jellyfish. So I decided to work on the first idea. Next page. So here is my 3D model. So as you can see, I make this design with mainly two layers because I want to create a strong layering to make it more similar to a jellyfish. So as you can see, there is a symmetric pattern in the under part, and I think that the line in the upper part is just random. The space between each line is random. I think it can create some contrast between these two layers, and I'm also trying to create a contrast by using different colors like blue and gold. So you can also see that the line, this blue line is sloped inward. So I think it will more look like a jellyfish, and I think it can also help them to link to the center. So this is the end of my sharing. Thank you.
And this is my wheel design. You can see the design is designed for the Cyan Roadster. It's the new Lamborghini real super sport car for the Lamborghini. The sport car is to feature a super capacitor, the Cyan Roadster, raw with electrified intensity. And here is the 3D prototype review. You can see this prototype, which is different from the actual model, is that I don't add 3 circles in it, because at first I want to show that the facial, you can see the structure right now is strict, but right here is more dynamic, because I want to show more vitality inside the design. And here is the last modified 3D model. And the reason that I add 3 circles is to showing that the special and the, there are totally in 3 kind of sectors, 3 kind of patterns. And I use all the elements are based on 3, this number, because 3 is a number that's very special on every kind of legend or digital chapter in the religion. And so I want to make it like prestige and something special to the car. This is some more kind of perspective you can see as a 3D view. And at last, this is the final model of the wheel. The structure right here is the vessel, which show the vitality, and the circle inside to form and trinity. I use gold to spray the wheel at last because of one reason only, because the because the original form of the wheel of the Scion Roadster is in gold, and I think this will be more suitable and to show the prestige, how prestigious it is, by using gold to present. And this is the end of my presentation for now. Thank you.
Good afternoon, I'm Daisy, and today I'm going to present my wheel design for you. First, let me show you the car that I chose. It is the Porsche 718 for 25 years in black color, and it is a limited car. Porsche is a German luxury car brand, and its motto is winning together, driving pleasure, and feeling forever young. I chose this car because its toned design with the clean and smooth lines is show power and efficiency. Its sportiness and confidence are classic and elegant. And my wheels is inspired by the golden metal fence and the rose window, as I think they match the feeling of the car and it shows the elegance. And here is my wheel design. My wheel is have bold curve and straight lines to construct star and the flowers shape in it, and I would like it look dynamic, and this is for unisex driver. Also, I chose the color iron blue as it matches the car so well. And the wheel is not completely flat, but it's slightly concave. Here show a different perspective of the car wheel. Here is a video of my 3D model. So you can see it's not completely flat, but slightly concave. And this is how it looks like in the reality on the real car. It defines perfectly. Next. And here is my physical weight. Thank you very much, and that's the end of my presentation.
Good morning, everyone, and today is my wheel design presentation, and let me explain my design. And here is the inspiration of my wheel design, inspired from the movie called Nomadland. It's a 2020 American drama, and this movie is about the nomad. They live in a not permanent location. It's about the United States. And because the nomad lifestyle is inspired me to design wheel to the van that remodeled by the nomad. And I think the nomadic lifestyle involves traveling to different places periodically and not staying and living in a permanent location. And Nomadland leaves with a lingering feeling, sadness for a society fragrant at the edge, and society fragment across the map of American. It put a personality to those drifting particles of house that collapse in out of the way corners. And I think the elements of the bird are similar to the nomad's lifestyle, because they are traveling to different places periodically and not staying or living at a permanent location. And this is the target car of my wheel design, and it's the most popular nomad lifestyle option, and also it's the best-selling camper car in Hong Kong. And here's the sketch about. I want to adding the bird shape in the wheel. I want to adding the Buddhism into the wheel because the nomad lifestyle and the choice made by the film character, which is similar to the concept of Buddhism, and therefore it is great to combine these two elements. And also I want to add a mandala style into the wheel. And mandala is a spiritual and virtual symbol in Asian culture, and it can be understood into two different ways: externally as a visual representation of universe, and internally as a guide for several practices that take place. And many Asian traditions include meditations in Hinduism and Buddhism. The belief by entering the mandala and persisting towards its center, you are guided through the comics process of transforming the universe from the one of suffering into one of joy and happiness. And so I find some mandala line art, and it inspired me to the wheel design. And so I start to build a foundation of the wheel, and it is referred to the mandala drawing. And so here's the 3D model of the wheel, some wheel about this. And this is the application. And here's the final wheel of the wheel, the physical model. And I choose the silver color because it is not very sharp, and it keeps a low key of color. It is very close to the black wheel and the red color camera car. And here's the rotated animation. Oh, thank you. This is the end of my presentation.
Today I will present my wheel design. I select Progress, which is a camping car. It aims to provide a convenient environment place for users to travel. My concept is about paper-plane fly on the sky, which represent the traveling and airplane. Therefore, the color ideas will be blue and white to outline the sky. And here is the 3D drawing. And this is the front side of the wheel, and I use the similar triangle to represent the shape of paper plane. And also I hope when the rain running, the paper planes look like they are flying on the sky. And here is the back of the wheel. And this is the mock-up of the car. And moving to the 3D print. And this is the front side of the wheel. And I think the color is suitable for my concept, since the blue is represent the idea of sky and white is represent the cow. And I use the gradient to show the color is because I think it more look like the ideas of sky under the sunny day. And this is the back side. I spray it as same as the front to look like more consistent. And here is the video. Thank you for listening. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I would like to present the wheel. And at first, I didn't have any idea, but I know I want to design a classic wheel for a classic car. So I try to find get some inspiration and find some idea from the stained glass window. And I want to find different patterns and try to make a combination. And also, I find two different car and to match my wheel. Finally, I come up with two initial ideas, but I think the shape of them is not organic enough. This is the final design of my wheel, and I also decided to make the wheel for the Maserati. So I add the Maserati logo on it, and it's page. And here is the final come out, and you can see the side is black, and the middle, the center, is like a flower shape, is bronze, and here I think it will look more classic and elegant. Yes, this is at the end of my presentation. Thank you.
So I would like to design the wheel, which is a vacation den, and this PowerPoint piece. And then so here are my draft and my brainstorm. There's a two draft, and one is based on the drink, like the orange drink, and the ship, like a helmet boat, and one that is like this, the paper boat and the fish. What come up in my mind about vacation is, so I wish the vacation that we can do the surfing along the sea wave, and also we can do a walk under the sunlight. And so here are my concept of this kind of wheel design. So here, and also the final one, I would like to make the simple one, which making less complex, because I saw in the market wheel design usually are in the complex pattern, and also it's also based on the sea wave and the sunlight, like, and this part is based on sea wave, I mean the curve shape, and also the middle one is actually based on the sunlight shape. Looking at the comparison between the original one and the final one, the original one, originally there's a middle small sparkle star, and then final one I remove it because I think there could be some problem if I use the original design. So 3D model, it could be like this. This is the behind side, I mean the back side. This is the front side. You see the front side, there's a more line in the middle and more detail. So here we go, the next PowerPoint. So this is the outcome, the preview of the 3D wheel design. So we see that the middle one is showing more side, how the star looks like. And here the mock-up with this wheel. So you see that this is my wheel design. And in the different mood, different color. Just imagine during your vacation you can use this wheel design. It's making you feel like is so relaxing. It's matching your them what you want. And here the more mock-up photo, like the door. So here's what does my wheel design in door one, and here another mock-up. What does the design in the afternoon? So it's like this one, and this is the final mock-up about my 3D wheel design. I especially choose the neon light one, so it's looks like more stylish. This is the end of my presentation. Thank you.
Good afternoon, I'm Summer. Today I would like to present my wheel design for Volkswagen, which is a German motor vehicle manufacturer headquartered in Wolfsburg. I found it special that this brand is regarded as a company that produces people's cars. It has a belief that every German shall own his car. Next. Thank you. Well, Beetles were the most recognizable models and one of the best-selling cars. Although its cars are affordable and extremely well-known, there was a concept car that has never put into production. Next. It is Volkswagen W12, and this is a supercar with two color options, yellow and red. I therefore chose to design wheels for this conceptual car. Next. I gained inspirations from the fire engine. It's always been the most eye-catching vehicle on the road for me. While Fireman reminds me of the Flash, who is a hero in the American film, and both of them are fast but stable due to the need of dealing with emergency situations. Next. The color red, which is their common features, represents courage, passion, excitement, enthusiasm, and life force. These are the characteristics that I want to put into my wheel design. Next. I'm also inspired by the automobile racing. It's an extremely competitive and exciting event. I thought the feature of the checkered flag that is one of the symbols of the car racing. Next. Here is the digital 3D model of my design. In my design, I make use of the triangle elements and straight lines from the original logo of Volkswagen. In my design, I made use of the triangle elements and straight lines from the original logo of Volkswagen. And there is a combination of three triangles. And there is the combination of three triangles forming the shape of an abstract wing. And here are the sections. I create an visual effects for corrugation instead of flatness for the spokes. Next. Looking into the details, I use the color whites to highlight parts of the spokes that they're in the triangle combination to refer to the black in the car rising. Next. And this is how it looks when the wheel is put into the type. Next. And this is the final outcome. Considering the spinning effects, I decided to spread the whites gradually to create a special and more interesting visual effect. Next. And here are two videos that I want to show you when the car is moving. And the video at the left-hand side is the car is moving in a very fast speed. Next. And this is the end of my presentation. Thank you.
And this is my wheel design present. And here is the concept. In the city, we have fewer chances to connect to the nature. When we only can drive our car to tour around the city. So the organic shape of the wheel can let people to think of the nature. Even if they don't have time to connect to the nature, they can feel as if they are driving in the nature when they see this view. And this is the reference photos of my designs. And next. And here is the final version of the design. And the shape is similar to the water flow. And then I choose the blue color because I want to connect to the water again. And then the center part is black because it can pretend when the wheel is put in the car and people can just see the blue part. Yes, and when the wheel is moved, it looks like the water flow. Okay, next. And here is the video when the wheel is moving. Okay, next. And the car I chose is the Mini Cooper because I think that the shape of the car is cute and it's more round shape, and it can match up my design with the curve line, and then the car is the dark blue. I think it can match the light blue of the wheel, and to let the wheel look more shine. And then next. Okay, when I paint the wheel, I use the tape to cover the area outside of the center, and then I paint the black part. And when I paint the blue part, I also use the same way to do it. And here is the different aspects of my view. Yes. And that's all. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Chen Anson, and today I want to show my wheel design. And the car that I chose is Porsche Taycan. And next slide please. And you can see that I have chosen the color of the car is frozen berry metallic, and it is a color of pink. And I think usually car is being designed for men, and therefore I would like to design a wheel is for women. And the next slide please. And my concept idea is come from the width, and you can see that I have chosen different flower type of the flower, such as cherry blossom, a pear cone flower, lily of the village, jasmine, etc. And the next slide please. And here is my drawing design of the wheel. And next slide please. And here is the final image of putting the wheel on the car. Next slide. And here is the 3D design, and you can see that the flower pot had uneven pattern of it, and there will have different shape of the flower. And then next slide. And here is my presentation. Thank you.
Okay, hello guys, I'm Paul, and today I will talk about my wheel design next. And my inspiration is by some Japanese manga, and the eyes is same to the design of the wheel, is also rotational symmetry. And besides, use the superhero for the topic is uncommon and cool, so I decided to use spider for the topic. Next. And my model car will be the Tesla Model X. It's very high technology and comfortable car, and it's the image of science fiction is similar to some superhero. Next. For the process and result, it's like a two spider cross to each other, and the size of the triangles will be representing the teeth of the spider. And I try to maintain the color of Spider-Man, but in the result, I realized that it's too much color for the wheel. So, next please. So afterward, I decided to paint as a iron gray. But after I paint the iron gray, because I paint too much layers, so some of the color didn't match stick into the wheel. But eventually will be like this one. And the middle, I decide a logo for myself, and I use the gray and to separate to the wheels. Yeah, this is the end of my presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. Today I will present my wheel design. So the car I chose is the white Rolls-Royce in 2020. The reason I chose this car is because its appearance is unique and classical, and also that car is popular for the wedding transportation. So I chose this. I want to design a wheel for the wedding car. So I chose this type of car and design. And the inspiration, I adopt the elements of mainly the floral elements, and also inspired by the Rolls and the mandala patterns for the inspiration of my wheel design. And the idea of my wheel design is it is the pattern of the rotational symmetry of the lips, and then I repeat and overlap the lips and form into this pattern. And this is the 3D model of my wheel design. And inputs. Oh, in the cap of the wheel, I'll add the symbol of the logo of the Rolls-Royce, but I didn't add on the physical model. And this is the Photoshop of the wheel design in the Rolls-Royce. This is the end of my presentation.
Good afternoon, I'm Eunice. Today I will present my car wheel design. First, I choose Hong Kong taxi to my role model because I think it can represent Hong Kong and it's one of the key transport in Hong Kong, so I chose it. In my design concept, first I just consider what could represent Hong Kong, and maybe some people would first think is the night view in Hong Kong, but I think another beauty in Hong Kong is nature, and Hong Kong is offers some of the best hiking in the world, and the mountains is one of the key elements to represent Hong Kong. So you can see they have some triangle here. It actually represents the mountains, and apart from this, also mountain is quite important to Hong Kong people because nowadays many people like go to hiking because they can release their stress, and I think mountain is the places for Hong Kong people to relax. So I choose the main element here, and also you can see the HK letter in the middle, and also is the local to represent and more directly represent Hong Kong. Next. And here is the 3D model to show the wheel here. And next. And you can see the HK letter in the middle. Actually, it says back here, even the wheel is rolling. Next. And here is the references to show in the taxi. Here is the final result of my model. And next. And here you have the video to show how it is look. Yeah, this is the end of my presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Lorraine. The inspiration of my design is the linear style and the shape of dagger, and also I'm having some slopey edge here, like at the edge. It's also imitating the shape of the two inspirations. And the final design of the wheel is like this, with the colors on it. I'm using gold here for actually highlighting when it is spinning. This is the section of different parts of my wheel. This is how does it look like on Aston Martin DBS. Yeah, and I choose blue because of the color of the car that I choose. Yes. And here is the video about how does it look like when it is spinning. Okay. That's all, thank you.